House at Briar's End, Part 3, The Harvesting, A Return Unchosen. The house sealed behind Evelyn, and the air thickened like molasses. It smelled of rot and lilacs, not the comforting kind. This was funeral parlor lilac, the artificial sweetness used to mask decay. She wasn't alone. The floor creaked under her feet, yet her shadow split into three behind her, each one moving on its own. One laughed, one wept, one simply watched. She spoke aloud, voice trembling. "You brought me back. Why?" The walls pulsed. "Not just you. All of you. The garden room." She pushed open a rotted door and found herself in an indoor garden that shouldn't exist. Lush roses, orchids, and vines, strangled antique furniture. Hanging from a branch was a child's mobile, made of teeth. A figure knelt among the flowers. Thomas again, but this time smiling. "I'm not the one you knew," he said. "I was grown here. Grown." He reached into the dirt and pulled out a small, twitching hand, severed, but alive. "The house uses your regrets. It grows what you mourn, and you mourn everything. The room of guests." Evelyn stumbled down a corridor to a massive ballroom lit by chandelier flames that flickered backward in time. There were people inside, dozens, each of them versions of herself, dressed for different decades. One turned wide-eyed. "You're early," she said. "The ceremony isn't ready." "Ceremony? The harvest. You're the key. We're the lock." A child Evelyn ran between the legs of the others and whispered to her, "Don't let them take your face." Pure waxing. In the house's core, Evelyn found the waxer. It wasn't human, draped in burlap and sinew. It dipped faces in hot wax, one by one. A long row of heads, her heads, lined the shelf. "You came back. Good," it rasped. "Now I can finish." Evelyn tried to run. Her legs buckled. The floor became syrup. Hands reached up and began sculpting her calves like clay. "You were chosen because you fractured well. An unexpected escape." The archivist appeared again, tearing open a panel in the wall. "Through here." They ran into an oubliette filled with ancient toys. Evelyn sobbed. "This wasn't my home." "No," the archivist said. "It was ours. We all came here, from across time, from different sorrows." She handed Evelyn a shard of obsidian. "You need to find the furnace room." "What's there?" "The heart. But be warned. Sometimes the house lets you win, so it can learn how." The furnace room. Down a spiral stair lined with teeth and music boxes, Evelyn found a door with no handle. The shard opened it. Inside was a room filled with fire, but it gave no heat. A massive heart hung from the ceiling, beating once per minute. Around it, mirrors showed other possible lives she might have had. Evelyn, the artist. Evelyn, the mother. Evelyn, the killer. One version stepped out of the glass. "I escaped once," Mirror Evelyn said, "but it followed. Burn it. All of it. Even me." She handed Evelyn a vial, pitch-black liquid, swirling with stars. Evelyn's choice. She poured the vial into the heart. The room screamed, the mirrors cracked. Her doubles wailed and dissolved into smoke. Then silence. The house began to collapse. Evelyn ran, but the halls were infinite again. As she reached the front door, it opened to the hospital again. Nurses greeted her, the same as before, but this time she remembered the sounds under their skin. A doctor smiled too, wide. You've made excellent progress. You're almost ready to forget. What? The medication, the procedure. We can take it all away. Evelyn ran to the mirror. The hospital room flickered. The heart was still beating. Beneath the floor, the twist reversed. She turned and found her bed empty. A second, Evelyn stood beside it. You burned the wrong heart, it whispered. The real one's still upstairs. Evelyn laughed, a bitter, broken sound. Then we'll burn that one too. They ascended together, passing through scenes of her own fractured life, rooms full of birthdays that never happened, parents who never found her, and an empty crib that rocked itself, the final ascent. At the top, they found a library bound in flesh. A staircase spiraled through the air, unsupported. At the summit, an altar. There, bound in chains of hair and memory, was the true Thomas. Not a ghost, not a clone. The original. His eyes opened. If you kill the house, you kill me. Evelyn hesitated, the surprise in the chains. He looked at her with sorrow. I'm not what you remember, he said. I am the house. He smiled then, slow, horrible. When I was taken, I became it. And now, you're becoming me. Her hands were no longer hers. Bone peeked through. The house didn't want to consume her. It wanted to pass on. The rebirth. She had a choice. Walk away. Let the house take someone else, or end it all. She walked to the altar, pulled the last knife from her belt. It was the obsidian shard, reshaped. Thomas wept. The chains began to shudder. She drove it into the altar. Everything stopped. Afterwards, Evelyn awoke on a forest floor, cold, alone. No sign of the house, no sign of Thomas. Only the necklace he used to wear, resting in her palm. Behind her, the wind whispered, a voice that was hers, and not hers. Epilogue. Another beginning. Boy in Boston received a letter. Old paper, black ink. We remember what you forgot. He opened his closet that night and found a hallway behind it, endless, lit by flickering bulbs. And at the far end, a little girl, eyes black as pitch, holding a mobile made of teeth. She smiled. Welcome to the house.